And then I just had a thought too, talking about suffering a lot, and then talking about why suffering is an illusion, and then talking about Buddhism. There's Four Noble Truths. The first is the truth of suffering. There is suffering. That's the first noble truth. The second is there's causes to suffering, and then the third is there's a cessation to suffering, and then there's the fourth noble truth called the path to leading to the cessation of suffering, which includes like 8 things, like developing one's wisdom, focus, and then meditation, and then the right livelihood, and I'll just let you look up the rest, because I can't remember offhand. So my point of this video is bringing up how I think the English translation is the Four Noble Truths. For a reason they call them noble, and I think I'm not sure, but I think that relates to the fact of my own experience of recognizing my being, my whole self, not just my mind, my thoughts, but my whole being as a noble being. I think that's true for all sentient beings, because when I look at a sentient being, I see the same. I see they operate the same way I do. They have desires. They have fears, attachment, and aversions, and neutral states where they just don't. They're not aware of what's around them. They don't care. Like another bug sees a bug, but if they see a human, they run. So I think it's cool that the fact that they're given somebody, whoever gave the term noble, really I think must be quite or a good translator, because that's exactly how I felt when I had my first true meditation experience. And I think I talked about in my other videos where meditation is something where you're not just closing your eyes and sitting cross-legged. True meditation is an unusual state to attain. I was lucky enough to have experienced it a few times in my life. So that was again. So the noble aspect is you're talking about suffering, and it's a noble truth. So in the fact that it's described as suffering, but it's also called a noble truth, gives you a clear indication that even though it's suffering, it's part of the nobility of life. And then the other four, all the cessation, the causes, and the path, they're all noble. So the whole path brings you back to who you are as a noble being. You never were any different. That's what they always talk about in Buddhism. It's not salvation. It's bringing you to wake up to your true state. All right. Have a good afternoon. Thank you very much.